How's everybody doing? I'm awesome. So, no shelf back here for my water. Hey, shout out to everybody in Pirate Nation that came out to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. It's awesome to be back home in our home stadium with our fans. It's just, awesome sight to walk out there and run out of the tunnel and see it. And, the student section packed it out. I think we had over 10,000 students claim tickets, and they were rowdy down there, and bringing that back was awesome. Shout out to Sept Dogs and Brett Oliveira, who, sponsors the Treasure Island pregame there and getting those students out and involved. And as I went around campus this week, speaking to different student groups and just riding around campus, every student I would talk about or stop would talk about Saturday night and just I thought that's pretty special, that what ECU football means to them and what they mean to ECU football, so it kind of goes hand in hand. But all in all, our objective tonight was come out and start fast and obviously get the win, and I thought we did a good job with that. Offensively, going down the field and putting it in the box and getting it stopped defensively, getting it right back to our offense and going up 14-0, and was definitely the way we wanted to start out. Obviously, there's some things throughout the game we got to clean up, some penalties that's still early in the season we're not doing a good job with that will hurt you in a tight ball game. I thought in the second half, coming out of the half, we got a little sloppy, but we tightened up and got to stop there. But thought we had some good performances overall and some individual performances that we can build on. But the biggest thing, I think we had 15 receivers with one catch or more. I don't know if that's a school record or not, maybe. But just the fact that we get all those guys in the ball game, get those guys involved on both sides of the football, I think is pretty valuable to our team and helps our locker room moving forward.
Questions for Coach?
Second straight week, Kaden just looked completely in command, not putting the ball in jeopardy. Just how much is he just in charge of things right now?
Yeah, I was ready to tackle him though there in about the third quarter when he pulled the ball on the pool there. We're trying to get a last drive and just run our offense a little bit, and he had a dual read and pulled the ball, which was the right read, but like I said, just hand that thing off. But no, Katen's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and I think he had one or two overthrows tonight overall, but he's playing a lot of confidence, taking care of the football. And I think this is the second straight week we didn't have a turnover. And we talked about the emphasis of that during the offseason and where we're at last year and doing a pretty good job of that so far. So we got to continue to do that to give ourselves a chance to win, and it starts with Katen.
Coach, when you're a big favorite coming into a game like this, what do you say to the guys so they can play with that urgency early like they did?
It was really no different than focus than week one. It's really, you respect your opponent, you get prepared for your opponent, but we got to focus on what we do, how we go, attack the game, how we prepare for the game, what the things we had to clean up from game one. And that was huge. And that was the motivation throughout the week is getting off to a better start. And we changed practice around a little bit to make sure we did that and focused on that and emphasized that. And the guys did a really good job of picking up that. And I thought, from our players to our coaches, emphasizing that and pushing forward. Just kudos to those guys.
What do you think of the running game, Dan? That was
I think it's got to be better overall. I mean, I know we rushed for 172 yards, so on paper it looks pretty good, but I thought most of those yards were probably in the fourth quarter. I'd like to see us, pound it in there a little bit more and break some things open and make some guys miss. And at the same time, Katen's probably taking what the defense gives him and putting the ball in the air. And we're moving the ball down the field. I mean, we didn't punt the ball until the fourth quarter, so you can't be too upset about it. But you would like to see that run game get going because that's going to help us win games down the road for sure.
You guys seem pretty pumped up coming off the field, a huge victory. How much do you think this just electrifies the locker room moving forward?
Every win is, you got to celebrate, and wins don't come easy, and you got to earn them. And we talk about everything our programs earn. Well, we certainly earned this win, and we're going to celebrate this win. And we're going to celebrate for about 24 hours. Then it's got to, the old saying goes 1-0 next week and on to Coastal Carolina. But we got to enjoy it, and the fact that so many guys contributed on the field. I think we had 7 or 8 different guys score touchdowns tonight. So that factor, and the defensively, you played a bunch of guys. Special teams, you played a bunch of guys. Used 2 different kickers tonight. Used our backup punter a little bit. He kicked his, Thomas kicked his first punts ever in a football game. So I think that's just valuable to your locker room. That everybody, we talk about, hey, it takes everybody, and everybody contributes. Well, sometimes when you don't get in the game, that really seems like a little bit of fake. But when they get in the game, it comes a little bit more to life. So that was really good.
You were talking about Thomas. He had 2 really good punts, one inside the 20 and one almost inside the 10.
Yeah. And honestly, the ball inside the 10 was really not on him. I mean, he hit the ball really good, and we just weren't in the down punt. We didn't want to put some usually you have some receivers out there to down the punt inside the 10, and I didn't want to put Yannick and those guys back out there. Just the risk of injury or pulling a hamstring. They're over there not warmed up or whatever. But Thomas hit the ball well. We got to keep working with him. His thing is not his leg; it's more of the operation time, and he'll get there. Again, I think it's more experience than anything. On the Predator package, yeah.
Is that uneasy as a coach changing that many guys? You got to faith in them, obviously.
Nah, we do a pretty good job of just rotating guys in. But I tell you what it is. It's like guys that, hey, here's my part to go play Predator, go play a third down package, and get a stop for the defense and get off the field and get the ball back to the offense. And they're doing a really good job buying into that. They're fresh, and that's what they locked in on. So I'm pretty proud of those guys doing that. It may make you nervous. It's kind of like a hockey change, You just run them in, run them out, and go from there.
Mike Wright and Chester did it coming in for Katin. What did you think of what they did?
Yeah, and you got to look at both those guys. They're playing with, the second offensive line, second group of receivers and running backs there. But I thought they both did a efficient job of moving the ball. Obviously, the offense is a little bit different when Mike's in the game and a little bit different when Chasten's in the game. And, Chasten throwing the ball around a little bit there, really just taking what the RPOs give him. I probably would have rather seen him just hand the ball off and get out of the game, but he was really taking what the defense gave him there at the end of the game. And, they load the box. The offense tells you, hey, pull it and throw it, which he did. And he made a nice throw, and Dylan made a nice catch.
Run defense through 2 weeks, got to be pretty happy with just how it looks.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm never happy defensively. I want to hold them to 0 yards and 0 points all the time. But I think we're getting better. I think we are getting better. We're moving in the right direction. And I think we have a chance to be a good defense, but we got to come to work every single day. And that's the same thing with our offense, our defense, our special teams. If we sit back tomorrow and Monday and we say, hey, we did a great job, pat ourselves on the back, we ain't going to be worth a hoot next week. So we got to go attack it. We got to find a way every single day to get better. And I think this group can. I think they have the ability to. I think they like football. They like practicing. They love each other. So if they'll keep that in mind and keep going to work every single day, they can be really good down the road. But if they read too much press clipping, so to speak, too much rat poison, then we'll hit a wall there. So we got to make sure we keep pushing forward.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Steven knew that was just for the.
Game last week, you mentioned not getting off to a fast start. I guess that was an emphasis this week. You guys ready to do that?
Yeah, last week we didn't start fast, obviously. That was kind of the game plan going in. We want to go and score that first drive. Won the coin toss, elected to receive, and then went out and scored that first drive, and we started fast, and that was the whole motto going into the week, and carried that on through the rest of the game, so proud of that for sure.
2 games in, Kaden, you just seem in command out there. You're not putting the ball in jeopardy. Just how locked in are you now with your reads, making those decisions and everything?
Yeah, it's just another year in the offense. I feel like I'm more calm and collected. I know where the ball's supposed to go on every play. Still got to collect some things up, got to clean some things up. Had some MAs and stuff like that too, so definitely stuff to clean up. But overall, I feel confident and comfortable back there. So yeah.
Kaden, there was 15 different guys that caught a pass tonight, or a wide receiver. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we said it from the jump. We had a lot of guys that can go out and make plays, and that's an example of it. Putting the ball in 15 different guys' hands, scoring 56 points. This just goes to show how talented we are offensively for sure.
Chasten did it, comes in, gets his first collegiate touchdown pass. How was it watching him do that?
Yeah, I'm so happy for him, man. He comes in, works really hard every single day, takes coaching really well, and has opportunity. You don't get that many opportunities to go out and play in a game like that, especially as a true freshman. So seeing him go out and lead that team and go throw a touchdown pass at the end of the drive, it was pretty cool to see. I'm really happy for him.
You guys did well early, first and second downs, and you guys didn't get too many third downs. Was that a focus all week? Did you guys what's a little bit more of that?
Yeah, just staying consistent for sure. Not trying to get behind the chains. Obviously, last week we were behind the chains a lot, so we're trying to clean that up, keep the ball moving forward, try not to take negative plays. So that was definitely a point of emphasis this week, and I thought we accomplished that.
You and Brock, y'all seem to have a natural connection. Just kind of walk us through that, and he's good at reeling in your deep balls. You're good at dropping in on the money. It's just kind of that connection. Yeah,
he's a special player. He's shown it since he's gotten here that he can go make plays. So just having him go out and score I think it was his first career touchdown. It was really cool to see, and I'm really happy for him.
How close was tonight's offense in your mind to the ceiling, and where would you like to see the team grow?
That's definitely where we want to be at. There's definitely some things to clean up and definitely some things to improve, but that's what it's supposed to look like. We're supposed to go out and score 56 points a game. Like that's our motto, and that's what we're trying to do. So yeah, definitely some things to clean up, but that's where we want to be for sure.
Can you talk about Kaden, can you talk about the offensive line play tonight?
I thought it was cleaned up for sure. A lot of guys not making a ton of mistakes, fitting up, getting their pad level down, and then finishing block to the whistle. I feel like that was a point of emphasis too going into the week, just O-line play, and I thought we accomplished that for sure. Definitely some, again, just things to clean up, obviously, but really proud of that group for sure.
When you come off such a hostile environment from last week, how much easier is it to just run the offense and communicate here at home?
I mean, I love playing in Dowdy-Ficklin, so it just means the world when we play in that stadium. So I feel really comfortable playing there, and I was comfortable and had a lot of fun today. So yeah.
Blake kind of gave you a little bit of a hard time not getting down on that one run. Did he say anything to you?
Not really. I knew in the back of my mind when I did that, I'm like, they probably didn't like that, but I'm always going to fight for X yards whenever I can. That's the type of player I am.
And how much confidence do you have knowing that you have a deep quarterback room where you can do that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of confidence in those guys too. They go out and execute as well. So yeah, for sure.
Different guys got into the end zone and running back in the backfield, so it was good to see that. We didn't see that last week, and what does that do to the offense for you guys being multi-dimensional like that?
Yeah, I feel like we're well-rounded. I feel like we're really balanced. We have a lot of guys in the running back room that can make plays, a lot of receivers. I'm really good up front. So whenever you get those guys the ball and spread it around, I feel like I think the offense flows a lot better. So good to see that room step up as well today.
Kaden, you guys only didn't pick up 4 third-down conversions this week. Just how much more easier is that when you get into those short third-down distances?
Yeah, I mean, when you get in third and short, it should be automatic for us. It should be just getting a yard every time, and we're going to continue to do that.
Anything else for Kaden? Thank you, Kaden.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Good.
Questions for Preston?
Preston's supposed to come back home, get a big win out there tonight.
We loved it, man. The energy and atmosphere, you can't beat it, especially in this conference. We loved it.
Run defense, Blake said he's never happy. But, I mean, as a player, are you happy through 2 games? There were still things to clean up with this stuff in the run?
No, I wasn't happy. We had negative 15 rush. They had negative 15 rushing yards in the fourth quarter, I believe, and we didn't want to give them any. But they got some, and we'll get back to the drawing boards. Very satisfied and pleased with our D line this year.
How do you feel about the depth of the guys that you guys have? A lot of guys running in and out on each play and each series.
Yeah.
How is that knowing that you guys have so many people that come together?
Well, we got guys. We can roll bodies. We trust every one of them. And having that trust, we can play as many snaps as we want. Fresh bodies out there all the time, 100%. That's how we do it.
What is it like? I mean, at times you're out there for like one snap. The other team's subbing, so y'all sub. Is it kind of hard to get in a rhythm, or are y'all fine just being fresh?
No, it's not hard at all to get in the room. We just look at Tesh and listen to Tesh. That's what we do.
That's good. Good strategy.
Obviously, X going to miss some time. Just talk about stepping in and continue to step up.
Yeah, stepping in, leadership-wise, it's the same as it was. This past spring and with everything else, nothing's really changed. And I'm one of those guys that they can count on, and I'm one of the guys that if they need anything, they can come up to me and trust me.
President, you were talking about the depth, but late in the game, there's a lot of really young guys getting their first real reps.
Oh, yeah.
How fun is it to kind of show them the ropes and them kind of getting that first taste?
Flashbacks. Gives me flashbacks when I see it. And I think I'm more excited than they are when they go out there. I loved every bit of it.
As a defense player, just curious, I know y'all are making adjustments on the sideline. What's it like watching Kaden kind of operate at the level he is right now?
I mean, we trust him. He's got a job. He's got to do his 111, and we got to do our part, And when he's out there on the field, we don't even think twice about it. We know he's going to go out there and do his thing.
How big of a start, or how big of an impact do you think the quick start made compared to last week?
A huge impact. That's one thing we focused on all week was coming out fast, and that's what we did.
How much does this just boost the locker room and just the morale heading into week 3?
It's a big boost. But, there's one thing that Coach Harrell always tells us, you can't get too high and you can't get too low. You got to find that happy medium, and that's what we're going to do going to Coastal Carolina.
Anything else for Preston?
We're good.
All right, thanks, Preston.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.
Let's go, guys.
All right, questions for London?
One, I I mean, I think 7, 8 guys scored touchdowns, 4 different backs. Just what was that to experience that many guys getting involved?
I mean, it's always good getting that many guys in the end zone. You know, just having that guys getting in the end zone is good. You know, a lot of diversity. You know what I'm saying? I think I had 2 touchdowns. Gunn had 1 touchdown. Parker had a touchdown. DeJuan Lacey had a touchdown. So it's good to get everybody in there, especially in the running back room. OO scored a touchdown to Serial. So it's definitely good to get all those guys in.
Lonnie, can you talk about how important it was to get scoring fast and the offense moving early?
Yeah, so we started off a little slow last week, and that was a big emphasis on this week is just starting fast. And I definitely think that's what we did this week. We worked on it all week in practice, so we definitely implemented that into this game.
You guys were talking all week about the communication in the running game that it struggled against State. Was it much better tonight?
Yeah, much better, much better. We talked with the O-line. They did a much better job. They got me in the end zone. They got everybody else into the end zone. So, you know, we're happy for that. I'm proud of those guys. Yeah, but they did their job tonight, and I'm really proud to see them in the future. Excited.
What do you think that you guys need to do better in the run game? Coach said he would like to see you guys improve in that aspect. I know you guys had a really good night tonight, but what do you guys think you guys need to do better?
I just think we need to keep focusing on, you know, getting some push off the line, you know what I'm saying? Running backs have to do a better job pressing the ball and making a move, making people miss. So there's things that we all can focus on and work on that'll help us in the future. So.
So like seeing, you know, guys like TJ at the end of the game running Dillabore, Chestnut, like, you know, playing and making big plays out there.
Yeah, it's always good to get those young guys in there, you know. Like I said, they're good, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, end of the game, they're doing their job. We kept their foot on the gas pedal, and they kept their focus in the game, and you know they got a bright future ahead of them.
Obviously a tough loss last week. How do you feel like tonight kind of puts that behind and you can focus in the future now?
Yeah, so after that loss, we just kind of, you know, focus on Campbell because that's all we can do. You know, we can't dwell on the past. But it's always good to get a win. It's hard to come by, so that definitely boosted our morale. And just going into next week, we're going to be excited about it. We can't get too high on this win. We got to focus on Coastal next week. So, yeah, it's just definitely a good win on our part.
What can you guys say about the fans and the way they turned out today?
Oh yeah, they definitely showed up for us tonight. You know, it just always good to be in Dowdy. You know, protecting the Dowdies. You know, and just seeing the fans out there, especially in the fourth quarter. You know, when they bring them flags out, it's always good to see that. So yeah, I was excited to see that.
London Marlon has one of the most extreme passions on the team. What's his celebration game like? Are you trying to take anything from him?
He has that Louisiana jig he does. I still don't know how to do it. Yeah, I don't know how he does that, but I mean, he got that. He got the celebration for now. Yeah, for now, anyways. I'm gonna try to beat him, but I don't think I will.
Is he still the best dancer on the team?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Anything else for London? Thank you, London. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys.